Ooh, the sun is in my eyes. I just wanted to set you down, but I guess I won't be doing that. Hello and welcome to another vlog. I am very excited to just do a vlog, honestly. Today I figured I am getting over being sick for the umpteenth time this year, it feels like. I'm just super prone to like colds and flus and stuff like that. And I always know around this time of year that I'm going to get hit with it at least 2 or 3 times. So yeah, I think we're on the 3rd time of being sick this year with like a cold or a flu. So that's exciting. Not, but what is exciting is when you're sick, you can't do anything really except for rest and lay in the bed. So figured I'd bring you guys along with me on my healing journey, and let's spend the weekend reading some books. It is later on the day. I probably should have started this vlog earlier on today, but I really just didn't have the energy, and I can't really breathe. So talking is extremely difficult. So if you hear me like out of breath, it's just because I can't breathe through my nose, which, speaking of which, I am about to do like a nasal rinse here in just a second. TMI maybe, I don't know. But I wanted to kick off the vlog before I did that because the first thing I want to do is make a bath. Take a bath. So I'm gonna do my nasal rinse, then I'm gonna take a bath, chill out, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to watch something or listen to an audiobook. We'll decide that when the time comes. But I do need to catch up on what I'm reading. So I am currently reading Dungeon Crawler Carl. And this book was our buddy read pick for the month of February. And I am just like, I don't know. I don't think this book is for me. I really am not enjoying it. I kind of am at like a point where I'm like, I just want it to be done, which is never really a good sign when I am reading a book. So I don't think I'm going to continue this series, but I will let you know my thoughts once we get to that point. I am also reading, I'm keeping up with my goal. I'm going to set you guys down because holding the camera is just not, I should have gotten the tripod, but whatever. I'm also I am reading Little Women. So I'm keeping up with my goal for the year of doing 12 books, 6 classics, 6 nonfictions. I should already have that video put up. If I do have it up by now, it's this video right here. So you can go check it out. And I did start this particular book, The Things We Hide from the Light. This book is the 2nd book in the Knock 'Em Out series. I have a confession to make. I attempted to read the first book, All the Things, something. I can't remember. Not gonna lie, the titles of these books are not very memorable. I think it's just because they're super wordy for me. But I attempted to read the first book in this series when it first came out, and I just wasn't feeling it. And my coworker convinced me to read it because she was like, no, pick it back up, girl. She was like, it is totally worth the read. And there's like a little mystery involved. And as soon as she said that, I was like, okay, got it. I do want to know what the mystery element is. So I picked it up, read it in a day. I did enjoy that book. I gave that one a 4 stars. And so I picked up this one thinking that I was going to get through that, but I put it down only because I'm like, I really need to finish this. So with that being said, I think because I am no longer on like the high of the first book in the Knock 'Em Out series, I'm not feeling reading this book right now. So we may also peruse the bookshelf and see what other books, I think I'm bothering the dog, and see what other books I can maybe read or start reading. But the ultimate goal tonight is to get through the rest of this gosh darn book, because truthfully speaking, I was like, the first part of the book, like the very first chapter, I was like, ooh, this is interesting. Where is this going to take us? And then like literally how the chapter ended and we go into like the actual like whole premise of the book, I was like, oh, I don't know how I feel about it. There's a lot of moments where it's kind of gross to me. There's a lot of like descriptive words I don't really enjoy. There's been a couple of descriptive words for some of the female characters in it that I'm just kind of like, ugh. And I don't know, this whole thing just wasn't really cutting it for me. So I just want to get through it. I was going to show you, but I have like not a lot left. Is it going to focus? There we go. That much left in the book. So not too much left to go to finish it up. But yeah, that is my overall plan for this vlog. It's just going to be like a really cozy reading vlog and just taking care of myself. I think some really good self-care is super important after you've felt unwell. And self-care doesn't mean that you need to go out and like, you know, do a bunch of skincare and all that stuff, although it could look like that. I think just resting, listening to your body, doing things that you enjoy, like little activities like reading, or I need to pick up crocheting again, little things like that where you can just like do something for yourself and relax is super important. Oh my God, I need to breathe. I cannot breathe through my nose. Also, I feel like such a vlogger now. I just bought these mics. You can't see that either because this camera's being a pain in the butt. But yeah, so I just got these mics and I'm super excited about it. I hope you can hear me okay. I ended up purchasing these mics because I don't know. I think that there's just been a lot of noise in the background of my videos recently, and it's been very hard to like eliminate all those sounds. Wow, the lighting, the sun is going down. Okay. So yeah, I just decided it's worth the purchase. So let me know if the audio sounds any better to you guys. But yeah, let me do my nasal rinse so that we can get started with the first self-care activity that we're going to do in this video, a good old bath. Oh my God, you can't see me very well. I don't have anywhere to really put you guys because the bathroom is small, so I don't have anywhere to put the tripod and I don't have anything to level you up. So apologize for the clip being like so weird, but you joined me in my bathroom if you couldn't tell. I'm about to set up with my little bath situation. I am like a big bath person. I love taking baths. So as I was saying, I love my baths. I take them very, very seriously because I also don't take them super often. I used to take them a lot more at our old apartment, but I'm not a big fan of this bathtub, so I don't take them very often here. But I did go to Lush like 2 weeks ago and I picked up this bath bomb originally, but the girl that was there, she was so sweet, and there was one that was damaged, so she was like, I'm just gonna give you this one. So I was really appreciative, but it's a little Valentine's Day one. This sucks because I actually can't smell it. Oh, I can't smell it, and part of me is like, should I even use it right now? But like, yeah, it's Valentine's Day weekend. For those of you that do celebrate it, happy Valentine's Day. I'm not a big Valentine's Day person, but yeah. First thing I like to do is light a candle. This is a Christmas candle, but I want to make sure I use these up before I buy any more. But this is Christmas Tree Farm from Barnes & Noble. Whoa, from Bath and Body Works. So I'm gonna light that up. I hate using a lighter to light candle wicks because they just don't work very well. And we do have like lighters for that, but I'm not looking for it right now. I'm gonna rest you here. And then I have this little light. You can't see it very well, but this light, which is a really nice shade of purple right now. So I'm gonna have that going. And then from there, I'm just gonna start getting the bath together. I've got my bath bomb. I might put like a drizzle of bubble bath. We'll see how I'm feeling. A lot of the times I just feel unsafe in the bathroom. Is that such a weird thing to say? It's like where you clean yourself, but I feel like it's also the place that's the most dirty because, well, it's where you clean yourself. So, yeah, I don't know. Anywho. I need to go feed the dog and then read a little bit. And I figure once I finish Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I think I already said this, I'm gonna look on my TBR shelf to see if there's another book there that I might be interested in, because right now I just don't really feel like reading this one, which again is things we hide from the light. I just don't feel like I'm really gravitating towards this, but we'll see. I got pad thai earlier, so I think I'm going to eat some more of that for my dinner and read a little bit. I also really need to edit this video, so lots to do, but we're taking our time. This is my latest book of the month pick, so I'm thinking maybe we do this. It's a thriller, so, and I haven't read a book by this author before, but she did have one book that I have seen that I had wanted to read, so maybe we'll try this one. Haven't read a thriller in a little bit, so I think this could be a good one to go with. Books of choice. This one I kind of just feel like I have to read it. This one I decided I wanted to read it. Well, I must say this book was disappointing. I was hoping I would like it. I think just mostly because I know everyone that I've seen talk about it likes it or loves it. No, I don't like it. And I guess the biggest reason why I didn't really enjoy this book is it felt like I was reading a video game. A lot of times there was like a lot of explanations on like things, which of course like is helpful, but like I don't know. And then also, as I said, there were definitely some things that were described in there that were gross or things that I couldn't get with. That did not help. I don't know. This book didn't really do it for me. And I couldn't even, so there's a cat in this book. What's her name? Princess Diamond or something like that? No, Princess Donut. And yeah, I didn't really even like that aspect. I mean, I think it did bring a little bit more life to the book and something a little bit more lighthearted, but like I don't know. I didn't care for the main character, Carl. The whole TV show element was throwing me off. It felt like a Hunger Games cartoon, Ninja Turtle, Emperor's New Groove, Yzma. I don't even know. Video game. I just didn't really enjoy it. That's sad. Oh well, I'm giving this book a 2 stars. And we're moving on to the next. But I think before I read anything else, I'm gonna watch the first episode of Bridgerton. The new season, not in general, the new season. probably very much hear the dog eating ice in the background. Sorry, but I'm not grabbing the mic right now. It is 10:17. What I really want to do is start reading this book. So that's what we're about to do. But it says Courtney Gray's tranquil family vacation is shattered when she hears a blood-chilling scream from the lakeside cottage next door. There she finds the lifeless body of her brother and sister-in-law. Her teenage niece Reese is nowhere to be found, while her nephew Wyatt lies asleep upstairs unharmed. As the police descend on the quiet resort town, disturbing secrets about Courtney's family start to emerge. When she learns that the town has secrets of its own, it makes her wonder if Reese is another victim in a brutal crime or if she's the killer. Courtney begins to unravel the terrible mystery, but everyone around her has something to hide. And the closer she gets to the truth, the harder it is to see. Little mystery thriller. Here's the thing, right? I think there's like sometimes a very fine line, like what is a thriller or what's considered a thriller and what's considered a mystery. And 9 times out of 10 for me, I feel like the books that I read end up just being like mysteries. So I don't know. We'll see how this one goes. I'm gonna give it, I think, the first chapter. That's normally what I do. I normally try to give a book at least the first chapter or two, just to see if it like really grabs my attention, and if it doesn't, then I might put it down. I've gotten better over the years at just being better at saying that this is not what I want to read right now. Before I used to like force myself to like, when I started a book, I would need to finish it. I don't do that to myself anymore. Put it down for now because I did just finish the first chapter, but the entire time I was yawning, so that left on a cliffhanger. We shall pick this up again tomorrow. Good night. Hair with no product in it and towel dried looks crazy. It's literally just frizzed up here, but the rest is like still curly, but I haven't put any product in it, which is nice. But I'm gonna blow dry it because I'm not going outside sick with my hair wet, so we're gonna blow dry it. Okay, I'm dressed, I'm ready to go, and I'm in the house by myself. It feels so good. I can't even express, even just like 20 minutes in the house by myself, I like need it, because I have been so accustomed to having the space to myself that now that my mother-in-law lives with us, it's really hard to get like just space. So it feels nice just to even have a minute by myself in the house with no distractions, no interruptions, no other sounds. It's just me and the dog. They ran to do a quick errand, so while they're doing an errand, I'm just going to be hanging out in the house, and then I think Anthony will come back and pick me up, and we will go out for a little bit. I hope I will survive, because this stuffiness is really horrible right now. It makes it really hard to breathe, as I've probably said 50 million times. But it felt good to get up and get dressed. I figure while I wait for them to come back, I might as well crack into the book a little bit more. I wonder how much the next chapter, like how long it is. Oh, it's not even very long. And one thing I've noticed so far about this book is the chapter breakdowns are not like chapter 1, chapter 2. It switches perspectives. So we, I guess, get the perspective of Courtney, who is the aunt, who basically found her sister-in-law and her brother-in-law's bodies. And then we get Reese's perspective, who is the daughter of the two people that were murdered. I am so far intrigued enough to keep reading it. It just feels like, and I think I mentioned this when I was talking about like my wrap up for December and January, but there's something with thrillers nowadays that it makes it really hard for me to find a really good thriller. I mentioned this last night as well. A lot of books that are categorized as thrillers aren't really thrillers to me. They're more of like a mystery. If this one is done right, then I think this one would be a thriller. I don't know what the twist is going to be at the end, but we will find out. So that is that. I'm going to get to reading this, and I'll take you guys along with me. Truth be told, I really don't think that the daughter is the one that killed the parents. I just feel like that would be so silly to give that away within the synopsis and the first like couple chapters of the book. But I do see how it could be set up and her to be framed for it, because she is obviously going through some tough times, just probably navigating like her teenage life and parents and stuff like that. I don't know too much about Reese yet, but I am in her perspective right now in the second chapter, and she's really kind of explaining like the few hours before they actually got to like this lake house, and really describing like the type of area that they're in and how it's like really like, excuse me because I don't know any other way to like kind of explain it, but like podunk area. Like there is sketchy things that are kind of not sketchy. There are, what do I want to say? How do I want to word this? She is not in her comfort zone area. She is brought up, I would gather, probably more on the well-off side of things, because her dad, I think, he does something with technology, but she is making a lot of comments on like the cars and the bumper stickers. And one thing that caught my eye in this particular scene is just her interactions with her parents. There was also something else, but I don't want to spoil that. And she doesn't seem to call her parents like by mom or dad. I think there was one point where she actually referenced her dad, or when she was talking to her dad, she said dad. But any other names that I see pop up, I hear like Emily or Nolan. So I don't know if those are her parents' names. I can't remember if they said that I'm pretty sure that's her parents' names. Either way, I just think that is interesting, and it really shows like the divide between like the parents and her. And she also referenced to them as the parentals, which is funny. But yeah, so I don't know. Parental units, actually. Parental units is what she called them. We will see what happens, but yeah, I'm interested to know what's going to happen. I love the idea of alternating perspectives. I love when books do that. I know that's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me, it is a good time. But I think it's also really important to note that her parents are going through like, I guess, a tough time for them, because the business is not businessing and they're fighting a lot. So that obviously has a huge impact on like not just them as you know, parents, but also them in their relationship together. But then that also impacts the kids a lot as well. So I think that her behavior towards her parents probably also stems from the fact that they're not getting along. Oh man, they're just like really setting this book up to frame this girl. I feel like that is the trajectory of this book, and we'll find out if I'm right or wrong. But like, even just like her talking about like the text messages that she is like sending and stuff, it's setting things up. I don't know, guys. I feel like I'm enjoying this already. A good thriller, or a thriller, is always like a good time. Even if it doesn't seem like it's gonna be that great at the start, I'm always really eager because I always want to know like what is going to happen. And so that little mystery element, that little mystery element always like makes me excited to keep reading. I hate the cliffhangers. I just got back home from all of the little shopping that we just did. We ended up going to Sephora. Like I mentioned, we went there first. I got a couple of things. So did my mother-in-law. I just picked up this little shadow palette, which I really liked the colors. Anthony picked this one. I was looking for something with some glitter, so that is what I got there. Whoops. And then I also got a new liner and a lip gloss like stain kind of thing. So that's that. The rest is hers. And then we went to Lidl, I don't know. We went to the grocery store and we got some things, so that has to get put away. But then we also went to Marshall's, and I need to find my bag so I can show you what I got. 1 second. My little lunch / dinner, because it is now 5 o'clock. We've been gone, I don't even know, since like 11:30, 12. We've been out for a while. Didn't feel like that, but my lunch / dinner. Some face masks. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but I've been loving face masks, like the sheet masks. And I think maybe I talked about this last night, but I showed you I may have shown you the sheet masks that I've been loving. Those ones are really great. I don't know if I remember, I'll show them to you if I haven't yet, but those ones are really great, but you do have to leave them on for like a couple of hours because those are the ones that they feel really amazing, and they're sectioned off into 2 parts. But they're like white, and then they kind of go transparent after you've been wearing them for a while. So I got these like collagen under eye patches. Self-care, I'm telling you right now, is important. So got this blue nail polish. I've been looking for a color like this, so I'm going to put those on later. And then these, I tried these on and I was like, oh, they are mine. I love these sunglasses. It's going to be so fun for the summertime.